Here we have two series Land Rover bulkheads. One of them series 2, the other series 3. I can tell which is which from this distance. By the end of this video you'll be able to as well. We're looking at them from the front now, so there's parts of these that you wouldn't be able to see because that part would be under the bonnet. But if you look here, these are the hinges to the windows. On the series 3 they're a thick square rectangular job, and on the series 2 they're much more narrow. Series 3, Series 2. Because they're off the body, we wouldn't be able to see most of that because the bonnet be in the way. Here's another difference. This hole here is for the wiring loom to come through. That's on the Series 3. On the Series 2, because all your clocks and everything are in the middle, all your wiring comes through here. Now another difference that you could possibly notice, although it's not completely definitive, is the hinges. The hinges on the Series 3 are these flat types, and the ones on the Series 2 are like this, but you can actually change them over. The bolt holes are the same size. And you might have noticed that I'm saying Series 2 all the time and not mentioning 2As. That's because there's no difference between the Series 2 and a 2A, and it's just easier. Another difference is the way the bonnet is hinged on. On the Series 3 the bonnet drops down, comes forward and stays there, and you have little rubber grommets in there with slots in. And on the Series 2 you have a big hinge that works sort of like a gate does, and they same on the other side, and they slot sideways in. These are a bit easier to deal with on your own. When we come around the other side you can see that the Series 3 has all this luxurious vinyl and plastic housing for the clocks and the switches. On the Series 2 we have no such luxury, but we do have this very strong shelf that runs all the way down. So here they are the other way round. The most obvious thing you can see, there's that shelf for the Series 2. Series 3 doesn't have that. It's all built up. One of the other differences is the way the door stops work. On the Series 2 you have this tube fashion, and on the Series 3 you've got this. So here's the first thing to look for when you turn up to look at your project. Here's the first most obvious, but really they're not hard to fix at all. You don't have to take anything apart, and mostly it's flat sections of metals. There's a bit of a curve there, but those are easy to fix. The next place you'll see some very common rust is down here. There'll be a little hole. This one here has been fixed. Not pretty, but it is welded metal, and if it offends you, you can always grind the welds down yourself to make it pretty. So what about this one? This one's okay here, but this hinge, I'm not sure if you can get new ones of those, so you'd have to cut this down and build it up from scratch, and if you're going to pay someone to do that, that's expensive. You come round here, bit of a horror of a hole there, but again, you don't really have to take anything apart to repair that. Just cut back to here, cut that out, and it's a flat piece of metal with a curve in it. So now we've lifted up the bonnet, and the place you're looking, the bulkhead here, all along here. If you look at this one, that is beautiful. Rock solid, still got the original paint on it. If that's rotted along there, it's almost impossible to get to with the engine in, or you've got to take the bulkhead out to do it. If you see one that's rotted all along there, walk away and leave it to somebody else who likes work. While I'm in here, although it's not bulkhead, this frame for the bonnet is all shot, but those you can buy them new. They're not expensive, and it's not even a welding job. It's just drilling out pop rivets and putting some more back in. That's nothing. Inner wings. Inner wing is just down there somewhere. Can't see it. We look from this side. That's the inner wing. That is the steering box cover there. You can buy those separately, and the inner wings themselves. And in fact, if they're actually a bolt-on item, so if you can't weld, they're fairly easy to fix. They're about 20 quid each. And then here's one here out on the ground, which obviously should be in there. Okay, so when we drop the bonnet, now we're looking all the way along here and all in the middle. Again, these are all curved, difficult bits to fabricate yourself and to weld a patch in. And you're going to have to at least take the windscreen out to start repairing that sort of stuff. So that's not good. This one, of course, is all beautifully solid there. Inside the cab on the driver's side footwell, as you can see, there's sunlight shining through there. Well, that's not the end of the world, because you can buy these panels already made up for about 30 quid. And you can make the decision as to whether you want to cut all the metal out, put the whole thing in, or just use the part of it that you need that you can't make yourself. But if it's only a small hole, most of the metal is flat, so just weld a patch in. Here on the passenger side, things look a little bit more drastic. If you focus on this part down here, there should be an outrigger going across. That chunk of rusted, exploded metal there is what's left of the inside of here. But for now, we're on the bulkhead, so let's just focus on that part there. Okay, so here we are. This is the part we were looking at here. It's on the other side, but they're the same. So that hole there bolts into this outrigger, and the outrigger is attached to the chassis. And this part is structural. You can buy them singly. That piece comes up to about here. They're about 20 quid each, but it's structural and it must be welded in properly into the rest of into the door pillar on the bulkhead, because the whole strength and integrity of the bulkhead relies on that should you roll over. The door pillars themselves, you can buy those separately. You buy a piece which which goes from the bottom here and comes up and stops about here somewhere. Those are about £40 each, so £60 a side. So let's just have another look at this area here around the vents, this top part, and the reason really you need to take the bulkhead out to do it. If you're here, you're sat on top of the engine trying to fix it. If you're the other side, you've got to take the roof off, take the windscreen off, and then you can stand on the floor in the cab, lean over and do it that way. Now, you can buy a patch panel, which only goes to round about here. That comes in two parts, and that's about 100 quid for that. But as for the repairs, as you can see, if you're going to repair this and piece it all in, you have got hours of work involved in that. So is it worth doing? A little hole there, let's just work. Obviously we're going to need a full vent panel across the top, that's 100 quid. This door panel and the outrigger bracket being done look all solid, as does that footwell. We've got some fiddling to do down here. On this side. Okay, so we need a footwell. That's 30 quid, there's 130. And then That'll probably fix there, and then the footwell will be down here, so we put an outrigger bracket on there, so it's all 150 quid. Plus the money I'll save because I'm in the garage welding. I'm not in the pub. As for this one, well, I don't know. Here's your repair panel. As you can see, it stops here, which means that all of this is going to have to be sorted out as well. The top vent panel's not bad at all. There's just a couple of holes in the top there. Nothing drastic. And again, the vent panel on here, when you look at this, there's an awful lot of metal missing there that will have to be replaced because the repair panel just doesn't go that far. I think this door pillar has had it, and obviously there's no bracket on the bottom on either side. Can't decide. It's an awful lot of work in this one. A hole there. This is all got to be sorted out. Don't know. I do know this though. I've got a job for one of these. Buried in this hedge is an old chassis. And I think what I'm going to do is dig it out and do a video of the ins and outs of repairing chassis. So if you'd like to be notified of that, don't forget to subscribe.